South African calls out U.S. refugees
Africa.
program.
Trump's administration claimed that this community were victims of discrimination and quote-unquote genocide, a claim that was rejected by the government of Pretoria. At a press briefing, meanwhile, the South African foreign minister called out the U.S. refugee program for its preferential treatment of Afrikaners in South Africa to enter the United States. He went a step further to call it apartheid 2.0. Listen in.
You know, with our history of our country, a preferential treatment of a particular privileged group, the Afrikaners, who are not running away from any genocide in this country, is definitely apartheid 2.0.
And now, after taking office in January, Trump essentially halted refugee arrivals in the U.S. However, he made an exception for the Afrikaners. And this is despite Pretoria saying that they do not face persecution. In fact, quite ironically, Afrikaner-led governments legalized the race-based apartheid system that denied South Africa's black majority political and economic rights until 1994, when it was voted out. Now, in May, a group of around 50 Afrikaners were flown to America on a chartered plane. And since then, smaller groups have followed suit. And now the U.S. is reportedly applying for visas for around 30 people from an NGO based in Kenya to come to South Africa to fast-track the processing of African applications for U.S. resettlement. Just for context here, who are the Afrikaners? They are a unique cultural group basically descending from mixed-race European settlers in South Africa. By profession, they are mostly farmers, and history has it they settled in South Africa. They forced black people to leave their land, reportedly. And relations between America and South Africa have nosedived since Trump 2.0, and the signs were evident. In March, Pretoria's ambassador was expelled. Later, Trump imposed a 30% tariff on exports from South Africa, remember, which has been negotiating for a reduction to avoid potential job losses. If that was not all, remember in May, Trump ambushed South African counterpart Cyril Ramaphosa with his claims of white genocide, quote-unquote, being committed against white farmers in South Africa. Claims which a judge termed baseless and even imaginary. However, for South Africa, what's even more pressing than tariffs is the